Good afternoon. My name is Donna Thiesel, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications and Abundant Television, which is found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Thank you so much for watching. We're talking about disaster preparedness. What do we need to do in case of an earthquake? You know, we think it doesn't happen here, but there are little fault lines all over the place. And in Fort Payne, Alabama, which I live like 25 minutes from there, there's a fault line out there, and it could happen anytime. We've actually had an earthquake here in this area, and you can see where some lines were defeated there. Now, when I was living in Charlotte, North Carolina, we had a small one. And so I used to actually host a talk show there called The Woman's Age. And so I came in, and so I was at a business, and so this guy walks in, and I said, "Wow, what'd you think about that earthquake?" And he said, "You call that an earthquake?" And I said, "Where are you from?" He said, "From California." I said, "Oh, okay." To us, that was a huge earthquake. And I remember it just felt really strange. We were inside the building. It just kind of like shifted and it moved. And it was almost like you had like Lego or something. It was just really, really weird. So anyway, what I want to suggest to everybody, it doesn't cost a lot right now here in Alabama. And for your home insurance or your rental insurance, I'd go ahead and tag that earthquake insurance on there. It doesn't cost much, and I think it could be worth it. I really do. I'm not like sounding an emergency situation here. I'm just saying I like to be prepared. Okay, so let's talk about that just for a minute. Watch this really short video. You'll kind of get an idea. And that's true. It's all about being prepared for disaster. Now, sometimes even though you prepare every way possible, bad things can happen. But I'm here to help you, okay? So let's just learn this kind of thing together. Okay, so during an earthquake, and I found this at getprepared.gc.ca for California. So that's getprepared.gc.ca. Now, during an earthquake, when an earthquake starts, just take cover immediately. So move a few steps to a nearby safe place if need be. Stay there until the shaking stops. Now, the earthquake I mentioned to you, we were living in Charlotte, North Carolina, only lasted a few seconds, but it was enough because people from other office buildings were coming in and saying, "Why did you feel that?" And I was like, what in the world was that? It was really something. Now, they used to say, go to a doorway, and we all know that. Now, that's back when they built houses to last. You could probably do that in my studio here because this is on the farm where my grandparents used to live. I'm pretty sure it's built pretty sturdy. But most of the newer houses are not built that way. So if you're indoors, drop, cover, hold on. Drop, cover, hold on. Make sure you remember that. Drop, cover, hold on. So stay inside. What you want to do is drop under heavy furniture such as a table, a desk, a bed, or maybe any kind of solid furniture. See if you can find some of the old furniture though, okay? You can't go wrong there. Okay, cover your head and torso to prevent being hit by falling objects, just like they did in the little video that I just let you see. Hold on to the object that you're about to go under so you can remain covered. Okay, everybody has an office building where you'll be able to find something really, really good. Maybe your desk, if you could go under that way. Hold on to the object, okay? Now, if you can't get under something strong, or if you're in a hallway, flatten yourself or crouch against an interior wall, okay? As close as you can, just crouch against it. Now, if you're in a shopping mall, go into the nearest store. Don't be in the hallway, be inside a store. Okay, stay away from windows and shelves with heavy objects. Now, if you're at school, get under a desk or a table and just hold on. Face away from the windows, okay? Keep your face away from the windows. If you're at school, again, get under a desk and hold on. Stay away from windows. Now, if you're in a wheelchair, you need to lock your wheels and protect the back of your head and neck. Now, that's what you do if you're indoors. Now, let's talk about what you do from outside. Okay, so if you are outdoors, stay outside, okay? Go to an open area away from buildings. That makes a lot of sense right there. We got plenty of open area right here. If you're in a crowded public space, take cover where you won't be trampled, because I'm just telling you, everybody's going to go crazy. Now, if you're in a vehicle, what do you need to do? Now again, getprepared.gc.ca is the website. Okay, pull over to a safe place where you're not blocking the road. Keep roads clear for rescue and emergency vehicles. Avoid bridges, overpasses, underpasses, buildings, or anything that could collapse. Think about that. Wherever you're at, just look around, be aware of your surroundings. Stop the car and stay inside. Listen to your car radio for instructions from emergency officials. Do not attempt to get out of your car if downed power lines or across it. Wait to be rescued, because if you open the door and put one toe out there on the road, it's possible you could get electrocuted. So wait for personnel assistance to come in, okay? They know what to do. Place a help sign in your window if you need assistance. If you're on a bus, stay in your seat until the bus stops. Take cover at a protected place, and if you can't take cover, sit in a crouched position and protect your head from falling debris. Okay, now, avoid the following in an earthquake. You need to avoid doorways. Okay, again, those days are gone when they made good sturdy buildings. Doors may slam shut and can cause injuries. Okay, avoid windows, bookcases like that one behind me, tall furniture, and light fixtures. You could be hurt by shattered glass or by heavy objects. Think about some of the stores that have the huge ceilings, have big glass, big light bulbs and that kind of thing. Make sure you be careful about things like that. Now, elevators. I always had this fear of being stuck in an elevator. If you're in an elevator during an earthquake, hit the button for every floor and get out as soon as you can. Downed power lines, stay at least 10 meters away to avoid injury. Okay, now as far as the coastlines, earthquakes can trigger a large ocean wave called a tsunami. Remember the tsunami that happened a few years ago in China? And a lot of people got killed with that. As a matter of fact, there were people on vacations who were actually showing videos of the whole tsunami thing happening. Wow. Okay, now we're going to talk about what to do before an earthquake. Okay, be prepared. So go through your home, imagine what could happen to each part of it if shaken by a violent earthquake. So check off the items that you have completed in this particular list, and you can find it on getprepared.gc.ca. Okay, teach everybody in the family, if they're old enough, how to turn off the water and electricity. That is a must. Okay, always keep pliers handy. Like with us, we would have to run out to the front yard, and that's where the water cut off is, and we would need to cut the water off. Okay, now We want to clearly label the on-off positions for the water, electricity, and gas. So if your home is equipped with natural gas, tie or tape the appropriate wrench on or near the pipe to turn off the gas if necessary. Prepare loose roof shingles. Another thing, tie the water heater to studs along with other heavy appliances like your stove, your washer, and your dryer, especially those that could break the gas or water lines if they shift or if they topple, just in case you forget to turn the gas and the water off. Okay, secure top-heavy furniture and shelving units to prevent tipping. Keep heavy items on lower shelves. You want to affix mirrors, paintings, and other hanging objects securely so they won't fall off the hooks. In a lot of newer houses, remember, they just have studs with, maybe some kind of paneling or something on them. Be super, super careful with hanging pictures and mirrors. Okay, locate beds and chairs away from chimneys and windows. Don't hang heavy pictures and other items over beds. Closed curtains and blinds could help stop broken window glass from falling on beds, so close the curtains. Put anti-skid pads under TVs, computers, and other small appliances, or secure them with Velcro or any other such product. Put anti-skid pads under TVs, computers, and other small appliances, or secure them with Velcro or other such products. Use child safety or safety latches on cupboards to stop contents from spilling out. You want to keep inflammable items or household chemicals away from heat and where they are less likely to spill. Consult a professional to find out additional ways you can protect your home, such as bolting the house to its foundation and other structural mitigation techniques. Now, if you live in an apartment, you want to block or multi-story building. You want to work with your building manager or condo board to decide how best to quick save your unit. Seek advice from professionals such as building engineers, emergency preparedness authorities if you are unsure about what to do. Important, if you live in a mobile home, you can leave the wheels on the mobile home to limit its fall, or you can install a structural bracing system to reduce the chance of your unit falling off its support. Ensure the awning on your home is securely supported and fastened to the unit. For information on the best way to brace your unit, contact your local mobile home dealer or mobile home owners association. And here's some tips. Don't shut off the gas unless there's a leak or a fire. If the gas is turned off, it must be turned on again by a qualified tradesperson. Discuss earthquake insurance with your insurance broker before it's too late. Check your coverage. It can affect your financial ability to recover losses after an earthquake. Because I'm just telling you, in a lot of cases, if you don't have that earthquake insurance, you're just in trouble. Okay, let's go ahead and cut to a commercial break, and we're going to be returning in just a few minutes. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. Let Rhonda at Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC take the burden off you for all your tax needs. I know because Rhonda has been taking care of my business since 2013. I feel Rhonda works for me because she knows the direct questions to ask to better benefit my unique business in order for me to get back the biggest refund possible. Rhonda is an ongoing student, and she knows tax laws are in a constant change every year. Call 256-281-9903 for an appointment to take the dread out of getting your taxes done. Rhonda is located at 11968 U.S. Highway 431 in Boaz. Again, that number is 256-281-9903. And let Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC champion your personal and business taxes. Jeff McCurdy of the McCurdy Law Firm has been a public service of this area for over 10 years. McCurdy, a member of the Henniger City Council, serves as prosecutor for the town of Sylvania and was named public defender for the city of Rainsville. The McCurdy Law Firm is located at 17326 Alabama Highway 75 in Henniger to better represent his Jackson and DeKalb County clients. If you need to be represented by a true public servant with proven success, call Jeff at 256-996-8701 or send a private email to mccurdylawfirm@gmail.com. No representation is made that the legal services performed is greater than the legal services performed by other lawyers. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community, whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need. Toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018. Okay, we're back. My name is Donna, and I am your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, Abundance Television, which is found on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire. Don't forget the podcast, netnewsnetwork.net. Thank you so much for watching. We're talking about earthquakes, what to do in case of one. I'm going to go ahead and put this video right back on here for you one more time, and make sure that you're prepared for this, okay? What to do just in case. This is really important about doorways. This is some great information. Make sure you share this with all of your family and friends just in case something comes up, okay? It's always good to be prepared. Now, we talked about what to do before an earthquake. Let's talk about what do you do after an earthquake. What if that happens? Go to this website and you get all of this information, getprepared.gc.ca. Now, after an earthquake, stay calm. Help others if you're able. Boy, that'd be tough, wouldn't it? Ooh. Okay, be prepared for aftershocks, because I've heard a lot of people talk about being in earthquakes and they think, oh, it's done, it's all over with, now let's go ahead and start putting the canned foods back in the shelves again. Then they get the aftershocks. Be prepared for that. Listen to the radio or television for information from authorities. Make sure you follow their instructions. Place the telephone receivers back on their cradles. Only make calls if requiring emergency services, okay? If it's just to call your friends and tell them you're okay, use your cell phone text for that, okay? All right, put on sturdy shoes and protective clothing to help prevent injury from debris, especially broken glass. I would imagine there will be broken glass all over the place. Check your home for structural damage and other hazards. And if you suspect your home is unsafe, do not re-enter, okay? You don't know what the structure is going to be like after an earthquake, so be super careful. Now, if you have to leave your home, take your emergency kit and other essential items with you. Make sure you post a message in clear view indicating where you can be found. Do not waste food or water, as supplies could be interrupted. It's really important to leave a note if you possibly can, because you're going to have family and friends and neighbors are going to be wondering where you are. They're going to, and then that way they won't be, if you are away from the house, they won't be wasting precious time looking for you, okay? Because if they hear nothing, they're going to be freaking. They could get hurt trying to find you. So just leave a note. It's worth a very few minutes. It's very few seconds it's going to take you to do that. Do not light matches or turn on light switches until you are sure there are no gas leaks or flammable liquids spilled. Use a flashlight to check utilities and do not shut them off unless damaged. And leaking gas will smell. You will know you got leaking gas. Now, if tap water is still available immediately after the earthquake, fill a bathtub and other containers in case the supply gets cut off. That could be a possibility. If there's no water running, remember that you may have water available in a hot water tank. Make sure water is not hot, though, before touching it. And toilet reservoir, the reservoir, not the bowl. Okay, you don't want to drink that. Okay, but the bowl will be fine if you have to drink some water. Do not flush toilets if you suspect sewer lines are broken. Carefully clean up any spilled hazardous materials. Wear proper hand and eye protection. Check with your neighbors after you know that the members in your household are okay. Organize rescue measures if people are trapped, or call for emergency assistance if you cannot safely help them. Now, remember what I said about leaving notes. Again, I'm going to mention this again, okay? It's really important, because if somebody comes to your house and they think there's something wrong with you, they're afraid you're unconscious because you could be laying under a bunch of rumble and you forgot to leave a note. What if that person coming in to rescue you gets hurt? And it could have all been avoided had you just left a note. Again, leave a note. I have left. I'm at Susie Jane's house. Something, just leave a note. That way somebody else is not going to get injured looking for you. It's just a real good thing to do. Okay, carefully cleaned up any spilled hazardous materials. Wear proper hand and eye protection. Again, check on your neighbors. Now, if you have pets, try to find and comfort them, because I'm telling you, animals are afraid of storms. They're afraid of things like this just as much as we are. If you have to evacuate, take them to a pre-identified pet-friendly shelter. Check out the shelters first, okay? And it could be that you could leave just... I don't know that Doug and Wanda McGee could do anything because they have so many animals right now at their shelter. But check with someone who maybe sits for pets. A lot of times they'll have shelters in place. Okay, place a help sign in your window if you need assistance. Okay, beware of secondary effects. Although ground shaking is the major source of earthquake damage, secondary effects can also be very destructible. These include landslides, saturated sandy soils become soft and unstable, flooding of low-lying areas, and tsunamis washing over coastlines. These things are so important. Make sure that you really are prepared for this. The big deal is you need to make sure you're calm, okay? Because this is especially when kids are around. Okay, let's talk about, I think we got time, let's talk about a few earthquake facts. Okay, so get up to date information on earthquake activity in your area. It's real easy to do. You can Google it and find it real quick. The Earth's crust is composed of many large and small segments called tectonic plates. These plates are a constant, slow moving. Yeah, if we just knew some things, it would freak us out all the time. With these movements come small tremors and earthquakes. So shallow crevices can form during earthquakes due to landslides or other types of ground failures. Buildings do not automatically collapse in earthquakes. Earthquakes cannot be predicted. That's a true fact right there. Now, what to expect during an earthquake? Small or moderate earthquakes. These can last only a few seconds and represent no emergency risk. Ceiling lights may move, and some minor rattling of objects could occur in your home. You could feel a slight quiver under your feet if you're outside. It's a really, really weird feeling, I'm just telling you. If you're close to its source, you may hear a loud bang followed by shaking. Now, large earthquakes, these can last up to several minutes and constitute a national disaster if it's near a densely populated area or its magnitude sufficiently large for the region. Now, the ground or floor will move, perhaps violently. Whether far away or close to the source, you'll probably feel shaking followed by a rolling motion, much like being at sea. If you've ever been on a cruise ship and it's going to feel kind of like that, except it won't be up and down. It'll be more like across diagonally. That's the best way I know how to explain what it feels like. If you're far away, you can see swaying buildings or hear a roaring sound. You may feel dizzy and be unable to walk during the earthquake. Now, if you live in a high-rise or a multi-story building, you may experience more sway and less shaking than a smaller single-story building. Lower floors will shake rapidly, such as residential homes. On upper floors, movement will be slower, but the building will move farther from side to side. Furnishings and unsecured objects could fall over or slide across your floor. Brad was in Chattanooga when this happened. He said his bed moved across the floor. He was freaking. Okay, also unsecured light fixtures and ceiling panels could fall. Windows may break. Fire alarms and sprinkler systems could be activated. Lights and power may go off. Okay, I hope you're more prepared than you were before. Make sure you go to this website, getprepared.gc.ca. Thank you again so much for watching. Can't wait to see you next time.